Chosen one, stop scrolling right now. Lock your attention on this exact message. You did not find this recording by accident. The Holy Spirit orchestrated this exact intersection in time because you are standing at the edge of a massive breakthrough. Listen carefully. The person you are about to become is a complete mystery to those around you, and very soon, even you will not recognize yourself. Think about the strange events of the last 72 hours. You have felt an overwhelming shift in the atmosphere. The sudden exhaustion is incredibly real. You wake up feeling completely drained even when you have rested peacefully all night. Your shoulders carry a heavy weight, and this strange heaviness sits on your chest before you even open your eyes. You push through, you smile for them, but deep down, your spirit is entirely exhausted. I know you have looked in the mirror recently. You stare at your reflection and feel a strange disconnect from the person looking back at you. The eyes seem tired, but incredibly deep. You feel like the old version of you is rapidly fading away. You try to hold on to the person you used to be, but heaven is forcefully stripping away the old layers because your next season requires total purity. The past is gone. You do not belong to your history anymore. You feel like a stranger in your own life right now. Things that used to bring you joy suddenly feel entirely empty. The conversations around you sound like loud noise, and you find yourself craving absolute silence just to protect your fragile energy from people who drain you. You pull away from crowds. You avoid loud places. The noise of the world feels physically painful to your spirit. You just want to be left alone. This sudden isolation is incredibly confusing to your mind. People you once trusted are suddenly pulling away from you without any clear explanation. Doors that were wide open just slammed shut right in your face. You feel a deep ache of loneliness sitting quietly in your chest. You wonder if you did something wrong. The enemy wants you to believe you are completely broken, but this intense isolation is actually a divine appointment. I need you to hear this sacred truth deep in your soul. You are not broken, and you are not experiencing a random mental breakdown like the world might tell you. This heavy feeling is pure spiritual exhaustion. You have been fighting massive battles in the unseen realm while your physical body sleeps. Your spirit has been doing the heavy lifting for everyone else. You are a human shield. You absorb their chaotic energy so they could experience peace. You have always been the ultimate giver in your circle. You are the one who patiently listens to their deepest secrets. You heal people who want to stay broken, and you protect family members who never even bother to check on your heart. Your kindness was a rigorous divine test. You passed that test, but giving your energy to the wrong people has left your frequency severely depleted, and now you are fighting alone. But heaven has officially stepped into your situation today. A massive shift just happened in the unseen realm to protect your future. The heavy season of you carrying everyone else is permanently over. The universe is about to reveal a sacred secret about your destiny. There is a profound reason why your life had to get this painfully quiet. If you leave before hearing this verdict, you might miss the exact instruction you need. What heaven is about to reveal will finally make sense of every tear you cried in secret. The people who misunderstood your silence are about to witness a shocking transformation. The version of you that accepted the bare minimum is officially dead. The version of you that apologized for shining too bright is gone forever. You are stepping into an entirely new dimension of spiritual authority. Take one deep breath slowly. Drop your heavy shoulders and release the tension in your neck. The weight you have been carrying is no longer yours to hold. Type the words, "I am ready," in the comments right now to affirm your presence. This is your physical declaration to the universe. Do not let your mind wander. Lock your frequency here. What I am about to tell you next will shatter the delay permanently. Before I go any further, I need you to understand something deeply. You are not losing your mind right now. You are not losing your identity. The emptiness you feel inside is actually a sacred clearing process. God is forcefully emptying your vessel right now, and He is completely removing the toxic attachments that kept you playing small. This heavy void you feel is absolutely necessary. You cannot pour new frequency energy into a cup that is filled with dirty water. Your spirit had to be emptied out completely. You feel hollow because you are currently under divine construction, and the universe is carefully preparing your spirit to receive a massive blessing that would have crushed your old self. Let us talk about the intense isolation you are experiencing. You feel like everyone abandoned you when you needed them most. You cry in secret because the loneliness feels incredibly heavy. But I need you to shift your perspective right now. Your isolation is not a punishment. It is a strict divine quarantine, and heaven is using this silent season to protect your precious frequency from the outside world. God saw conversations you did not hear. Heaven witnessed the hidden envy in the hearts of people who smiled directly in your face. They wanted your light. They secretly resented your pure energy. So the Holy Spirit stepped in and forcefully removed them from your path, because your next season requires total alignment and absolute trust. The doors slammed shut to keep the wrong people out. You have been incredibly frustrated by the constant delays in your life. You watch ordinary people succeed quickly. You seem stuck in a repetitive waiting room. You constantly ask heaven why everything has to be so difficult. But you must understand that God delayed your success for a very specific reason. The delay you are experiencing is absolute exactness. If heaven had opened that door last year, you would have let the wrong people walk right through it with you. You were not spiritually mature enough. You needed this painful wilderness. You had to learn how to stand entirely alone, so you would never depend on toxic validation again. Do not let the system tell you that you are falling behind. The Matrix wants you to panic. They want you to rush into low-vibration decisions. But you must remain completely still. You are not depressed or broken. Your spirit is simply exhausted from fighting heavy battles in the unseen realm, and you are resting because a masterpiece takes time to finalize. You are a beautiful masterpiece of God. You are the chosen cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. Breaking heavy generational chains requires an immense amount of spiritual energy. You are shedding the trauma of your ancestors. The person emerging from this dark cocoon is fiercely independent, and you will no longer accept crumbs from people who owe you a feast. This quietness around you is absolute proof of your growth. The old cycles of pain are finally dead. Your divine quarantine is slowly coming to an end. But as your energy shifts into this powerful new frequency, it creates a massive disturbance in the spiritual atmosphere. And the people who used to feed on your light are starting to panic. You have felt this sudden hostility from the system recently. They completely misunderstand your silence. They are terrified because they can no longer control your pure emotions. You used to react to their drama, but now you just observe them quietly. And this calm authority is the exact weapon that will destroy their hidden agendas forever. Your transition is almost complete right now. You have survived the hardest part of the wilderness. You walked through the fire completely alone. You carried the weight of others while no one checked on your heart. But heaven kept a precise record of your tears, and the universe is preparing a sudden public vindication for your private struggles. Let me explain what is actually happening in the spirit realm right now. The people who tried to break your spirit are watching you very closely. They notice that something is fundamentally different about your energy. They expected you to fall apart when they walked away. But instead of begging them to stay, you simply closed the door and remained completely silent. You must understand how the system and the dark entities around you operate. They survive by feeding on your pure emotional reactions. Every time you cried or defended yourself, you gave them your sacred energy. They deliberately provoked you just to watch you lose control. Your pain was their daily fuel, but your divine shift has completely cut off their dark supply. Listen carefully to this truth. You used to explain your heart to people who were entirely committed to misunderstanding your spirit. You desperately wanted them to see your pure intentions, and you exhausted your soul trying to prove your worth. But heaven has opened your eyes to their games. They never hated you. They secretly hated the bright light inside you. Your pure light exposed the ugly shadows they tried so desperately to hide. When you are around them, they are forced to look at their own deep insecurities and hidden failures. That is exactly why they launched a quiet smear campaign against your good name. They whispered false stories behind your back to isolate you. They wanted to destroy your reputation entirely. But here is where the massive plot twist happens. Their evil trap has officially collapsed. The universe is actively reversing the damage right now, and the confusion they tried to cast over your life is rapidly returning to their own camp. You do not even have to lift a single finger to defend your honor. Heaven is stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney today. They are currently panicking because you no longer react to their childish provocations. Your silence is completely terrifying to the narcissists who once controlled you. They push your old buttons, but they quickly realize that the buttons simply do not work anymore. You just observe their chaotic behavior with a calm authority. This quiet power makes you entirely untouchable today. Gently, like this video right now. Do not do it for an algorithm, but do it as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in perfect alignment. This simple action seals your sacred energy and protects you from their psychic attacks. The Matrix wants you to remain small and fearful. The system is designed to keep you trapped in endless survival mode. The elite system thrives when chosen ones forget their royal identity and true power. They feed you daily distractions to lower your spiritual vibration, and they drain your energy with constant financial pressure and meaningless conflicts. But a massive awakening is happening deep inside your DNA right now. You are finally remembering exactly who you are, and the entire system is shaking. You are the dangerous cycle breaker they were warned about. You carry the specific frequency that shatters their carefully constructed illusions. When a discerning warrior like you awakens to their hidden truth, the Matrix loses its grip on reality. They cannot manipulate a mind that sees through every single lie. Your intuition has become a flawless spiritual radar protecting your soul. They are watching you thrive in the exact places where they tried to bury you. The seeds of doubt they planted in your mind have completely withered and died. God is preparing a beautiful feast for you right in the presence of your enemies. You are stepping out of the shadows and claiming your rightful throne. Your era of suffering is over forever. What I am about to tell you next will confirm everything you have been feeling. There are specific silent signs that prove your transformation is absolutely real. Many chosen ones miss these divine markers because they are distracted by the noise. But you must recognize these powerful symptoms to fully embrace your new destiny. Listen very closely to this next revelation. There are 3 specific silent signs that the universe is currently fighting a massive battle on your behalf. Sign number 1 is your sudden and terrifying level of discernment. You can walk into a crowded room and instantly read the hidden energy of every single person there. The fake smiles do not fool you anymore. You see straight through their carefully constructed masks. People you have known for years suddenly feel like complete strangers. You notice the subtle shifts in their tone. You catch the micro-expressions of envy that they try to hide when you share good news. And your intuition screams at you when someone carries dark intentions toward your spirit. You cannot unsee the truth. This sharp clarity is your new spiritual shield. Sign number 2 is a profound detachment from the outcomes of your life. Many chosen ones fail to recognize this exact symptom, and it costs them their peace. You used to worry endlessly about the future. You tried to control every tiny detail to feel safe. But recently, a strange wave of acceptance has washed over your tired soul. You simply stopped forcing things to happen. If a door closes today, you just let it stay closed without fighting it. If someone wants to walk out of your life, you kindly pack their bags and show them the exit. You no longer chase people or opportunities that require you to lower your frequency. This powerful detachment is not apathy. It is absolute trust in the divine orchestration of your glorious future. You finally realize that whatever is truly meant for your spirit will never require you to beg. The universe brings exactly what you need at the precise moment you are ready to receive it. And this realization leads directly to the final and most important sign of your complete transformation. Listen very carefully, because this confirms the generational curse is permanently broken. Sign number 3 is a sudden and unexplainable quietness in your mind. For your entire life, your brain has been a loud battlefield of anxiety and heavy overthinking. You constantly replayed past conversations and worried about tomorrow. But over the last few days, the chaotic noise has completely stopped. You are experiencing a deep stillness that feels almost surreal. This silence is the ultimate proof that the spiritual war you fought for your bloodline has been decisively won. The dark entities that used to whisper toxic doubts into your ears have been forcefully evicted. The mental fog is completely lifting. Your mind is transforming into a clear and impenetrable fortress. No one can easily trigger your powerful emotions anymore. You have entered the sanctuary of quiet authority. Your energy is now far too expensive to spend on cheap drama. You simply observe the chaos of the world without absorbing a single drop of its poison. This deep stillness is the foundation of your new sovereign reality. The old version of you is fully dead, and a masterpiece of God is finally stepping into the light. Take a deep breath right now. Drop your shoulders again. The symptoms you have experienced are not signs of weakness or failure. They are the beautiful birth pangs of your highest self. You have officially completed the brutal preparation phase. The painful isolation was entirely worth it. Because what heaven is preparing to drop into your life next is absolutely unprecedented. Stay with me right here. Do not let the enemy pull your focus away at this exact crucial moment. The universe is about to issue a divine decree over your life that changes the entire trajectory of your future. The shift you are feeling right now is absolute proof of this incoming blessing. Your season of hidden tears is officially expiring tonight. This is the exact moment everything changes. The mystery of who you are becoming is finally solved right now. You are not just surviving anymore. While the enemy thought they had completely destroyed your spirit, the universe was secretly forging you into an unstoppable weapon of light. I declare that your season of weeping is permanently over. You are becoming the quiet victor. In the mighty name of the Creator, I break every generational cycle of poverty and pain over your life today. The deep anxiety stops with you. The broken relationships stop with you. You are the ultimate cycle breaker. I decree that the suffocating mantle of survival mode is falling completely off your shoulders right in this exact second. Breathe it out. Heaven is stepping in to multiply everything the enemy stole from your pure spirit. The years you spent crying in secret are being fully restored with unprecedented joy. Those who sat at tables and spoke poorly of your name are about to witness your massive elevation while they remain trapped in their own bitter cycles. You do not have to lift a finger or speak a single word. God is fighting for you. You are officially stepping into your ultimate version of supreme quiet authority. The person you are today is entirely unrecognizable to the people who knew you just 1 year ago, and they will be absolutely terrified of your calm energy. You no longer carry the heavy burden of healing people who want to stay broken. You are officially released from that painful spiritual debt. Your empathy is now your ultimate shield. The battles you fought in the dark are about to reward you openly in the light. The delay is completely shattered. A divine mega deposit of wealth and peace is being released into your life because you passed the rigorous test. You remained faithful when the Matrix tried to break your mind, and now the entire system must bow to your frequency. Even you will look in the mirror tomorrow and barely recognize the powerful soul staring back. The old timid version of you has been replaced by a fierce and grounded sovereign being. You walk into rooms and the atmosphere immediately shifts to accommodate your bright light. People will feel your intense authority before you even introduce yourself. You are entirely untouchable now. The dark entities that used to drain your energy cannot even locate your new frequency. You have ascended to a realm where their petty drama simply does not exist. You just observe their chaos from a throne of absolute peace. Let them misunderstand your majestic silence while heaven violently moves on your behalf to clear every obstacle from your glorious path. Feel the heavy stones falling away from your chest right now. Feel the light flooding back into your exhausted veins. The spiritual war you fought for your ancestors has been completely won. You are entirely free. You are a masterpiece of God, and nothing in this world or the unseen realm can stop the massive blessings flowing toward you today. Your tears have watered the seeds of a spectacular harvest. You are stepping into a season of effortless abundance. You will not have to beg or force anything ever again. Everything you touch will prosper because your spirit is perfectly aligned with the divine rhythm. You are the chosen one who survived the absolute worst and claimed the crown. The universe is sealing this powerful decree over your life right in this exact moment. All the nights you spent wondering if you were invisible to heaven are finally answered. You were never invisible. You were simply being hidden in the shadow of the Almighty while He prepared your glorious debut. Step out of the shadows and claim your rightful place. But holding this massive power requires a new level of spiritual maturity. You cannot take your old habits into this sacred new kingdom. Heaven has handed you the keys to the kingdom today. Now you must learn how to protect this precious treasure from the thieves who still wander in the dark. Your behavior must drastically change to match this crown. Now that you have received this massive blessing, you must learn how to protect your new frequency. Heaven has placed a heavy crown upon your head. But you cannot wear this sacred crown while playing in the dirt. You must radically change how you interact with the matrix moving forward. The biggest mistake chosen ones make is sharing their brilliant divine victories with people who still operate in dark survival mode. From this exact moment forward, your silence is your greatest weapon. You must stop explaining your beautiful soul to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. They do not possess the spiritual capacity to comprehend your new path. When they question your firm boundaries, you do not owe them a single word of explanation. Let them assume whatever they want about your sudden changes, because your energy is now far too expensive to waste on cheap worldly drama. You must keep your next moves entirely hidden from the public eye. When God drops a mega deposit into your life, human nature desperately wants to celebrate loudly, but you must resist the urge to display your victories for the matrix to see. The system is currently filled with dangerous hidden envy. Many people will smile directly in your face when you share good news, while their dark spirits are actively praying for your quick downfall. Protect your sacred harvest by enjoying it privately. Another crucial rule is releasing your toxic guilt today. As you step into this quiet authority, you will quickly realize that you cannot take everyone with you. This is often the hardest lesson for a chosen empath to finally learn. You naturally want to save the people you deeply love. You desperately want to pull them out of the dark matrix, but trying to drag unhealed people into your new season will only pull your own spirit back down into the mud. The heavy doors that closed behind you are locked from the inside. Do not ever walk backwards to check on people who abandoned you during your painful wilderness. They belong to a chapter of your life that has permanently ended. If you reach back into the past to rescue them, you risk infecting your pure new frequency with old familiar demons. Your beautiful future requires absolute forward motion today. Keep your eyes locked strictly on the bright horizon ahead. You must fully embrace your sacred identity as the divine outcast. Being the black sheep of your family was never a terrible curse. It was actually your greatest spiritual advantage. That isolation kept you entirely separate from the generational sickness that infected your entire bloodline. You were uniquely born to stand out and dismantle the fake rules of the Matrix. Do not ever try to shrink yourself to fit into spaces that are now far too small for your massive energy. Walk through this loud world with the calm grace of a quiet victor. When sudden chaos erupts around you, you must remain perfectly still. The enemy will definitely send minor inconveniences to test your brand new boundaries. They desperately want to see if you will react with your old explosive anger. You must profoundly disappoint them with your total indifference. Your unshakable peace is now a mighty fortress that absolutely nothing from the outside world can ever penetrate. You have successfully navigated the hardest spiritual transition of your entire existence. The invisible scars you carry are absolute proof of your incredible resilience. Heaven deeply honors your silent sacrifices today. You are no longer a helpless victim of your past circumstances, but you are the powerful architect of your new divine reality. As we prepare to permanently seal this sacred message, I need you to carefully center your spirit one final time. Let us now seal this incredible transformation with a divine blessing. You have journeyed through the darkest nights of the soul to reach this exact moment. The heavy burdens of your past are permanently washed away, and as you stand in the pure light of your new beginning right now, heaven is incredibly proud of your silent endurance because you never gave up. You are safe. You are finally home. I declare a permanent spiritual seal over your mind and your physical body today. No weapon formed against your sacred energy will ever prosper again. The dark forces that used to track your frequency are completely blind to your presence now. You are entirely hidden in the protective shadow of the Almighty, and this massive invisible shield will guard your gentle heart from any future attacks. Your peace is completely untouchable. Every step you take from this moment forward will be guided by pure divine intuition. The universe will place the right people on your path at the exact right time. You will no longer have to force open closed doors or beg for basic respect. The right opportunities will naturally gravitate toward your incredibly high frequency, while the wrong people will organically fall away from your beautiful life. You are magnetically attracting miracles. You are a beautiful masterpiece of God. You are the chosen cycle breaker for your entire family line. The generational debt is fully paid. You are stepping into a season of effortless abundance. Everything you touch will bloom with radiant life because you have survived the painful wilderness to claim your rightful position as the quiet victor. Heaven honors your fierce dedication today. I want you to make a physical declaration to the universe right now. Subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the bell so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages. We do not do this for worldly numbers. We do this to build a massive spiritual fortress together. This simple act locks your frequency into a protected divine network, and it physically confirms your permanent exit from the exhausting survival mode. Leave a word in the comments below as a permanent spiritual seal of agreement. Let your comment be the final nail in the coffin of your old pain. You are actively telling the Matrix that you are no longer a victim. You are officially taking back every single thing the enemy tried to steal from you, while the universe applauds your absolute raw courage. Your voice carries massive weight. Go forward into your new life, with your head held extremely high. Do not let anyone make you feel small for the massive boundaries you just set. Let them whisper behind your back. Heaven is preparing a massive feast in your honor, right in front of them. You do not owe the world any explanations for your radiant happiness, because your pure joy is the ultimate revenge against the dark system. Whenever you feel the shadows trying to creep back into your mind, return to this exact message. Let these words remind you of the incredible power resting inside your DNA. You are an anointed soul, carrying a deeply sacred assignment. The world desperately needs your pure light. Even if they do not fully understand your quiet ways yet, your mere presence shifts the entire atmosphere of any room you enter today. Rest your tired spirit today. The brutal war is completely over. The glorious victory is entirely yours. Allow your physical body to relax into this beautiful new reality. You are deeply loved by the Creator, and you are finally stepping into the magnificent destiny you were born to fulfill since the beginning. You are a magnificent soul. The transition might feel slightly strange for the next few days. Your physical body is still adjusting to the massive influx of pure heavenly energy. Drink plenty of water. Allow yourself to rest without any toxic guilt. Your only job right now is to exist in this peaceful state, while heaven is gracefully handling all the complicated details behind the scenes. You are fully supported. You will soon witness the incredible harvest of your silent faith. The mega deposit of wealth and peace is already making its way into your physical reality. Keep your heart open to receive miracles from entirely unexpected places. The universe loves to surprise a chosen one who has remained faithful through the darkest spiritual storms of their entire earthly existence. Your faith is moving mountains. I am incredibly honored to witness your beautiful awakening today. You are a true spiritual warrior. Walk confidently in your new quiet authority. Let your majestic silence speak volumes to the matrix. You are the chosen one, you are forever protected, and I will speak to you again in the very next divine appointment.